Today on People Now, why were police called to Tori Spelling's home?
We'll tell you what we have learned and why sources say Tori has had a rough year.
J-Law freaks out thanks to a surprise from two of her favorite Real Housewives of New York City.
We'll show you the photo of Kylie Jenner and baby Stormi that has fans swooning.
We're having a baby, brother!
Nate Berkus and Jeremiah Brent open up about prepping for baby number 2 and season 2 of their hit show on TLC.
Plus, the cast of Disney's Andy Mac cut loose in a Disney-themed People Now Confess Sesh. You're gonna love it.
I absolutely love My Little Mermaid. Wait.
The Little Mermaid.
All right, here we go. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to People Now. Great to see you.
Hello, we made it to
We
Friday.
made it. Here we are. Who is excited for Oscars weekend, everyone?
Woo! Yeah, we cannot wait. Shape of Water, 3 Billboards, Get Out, Darkest Hour, so many great films and nominees this year.
Yeah, we're excited. We want to know who you think will take home the golden statue. It is our question of the day. You can tweet us at People using the hashtag PeopleNow. We will get to your answers very soon.
And we are continuing our countdown to daylight savings time.
Yes, that's right. Only 9 days.
9 days away from the extra hour of sunshine, officially in the single digits, people.
We're oddly obsessed, and we're going to continue counting down until March 11th. Get those clocks ready to spring forward. We cannot wait for the extra hour of sunshine.
I know,
But first,
so excited.
here's what you need to know and what's trending for today. Tori Spelling is in a tough place. This is according to a source close to the 44-year-old following news of a police disturbance at her Los Angeles home on Thursday. The source telling People this quote. They say the last year has been really tough on Tori. She has a ton of pressure and stress with the kids, work, and her marriage. She can get very stressed. The insider goes on to add, quote, she internalizes a lot of her anxiety and she knows it's not healthy for her. Of course, she's going to get to a breaking point eventually. Tori and Dean have their ups and downs, but they love each other and family is most important to both of them. That's according to that source. Now, on Thursday morning, LAPD received a call to Spelling's Woodland Hills address where officers responded to a disturbance. Officer Drake Madison later called the situation a domestic incident and said that no crime was committed. He could not confirm who made the call, but according to the audio dispatch call obtained by the Blast and TMZ, the issue involved a female with a possible, quote, mental illness. Meanwhile, TMZ reported that Spelling called police Wednesday night because she thought there was someone breaking into her house. But it turned out to be her husband coming home. For more details, you can go to people.com. Check your mailboxes, everyone. Big news today that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are inviting, get this, more than 2,500 people to throng the grounds of Windsor Castle for an up-close view of their wedding day. When they announced their engagement in November, Harry and Meghan promised to involve members of the public in their big day, and now they're keeping their word, announcing that they will invite 2,640 people to watch the arrivals of the bride, groom, and their guests at St. George's Chapel, and to witness the moment that their much-anticipated carriage procession departs from the castle to do a loop around town. Now, the guests will include many young people who have shown strong leadership and those who have served their communities. Guests will be drawn from around the UK, including from charities linked with Meghan and Harry, students attending local schools and parishioners of St. George's Chapel, members of the royal household, and more. All this is according to a statement from the couple's office. But don't worry, if your invitation somehow got lost in the mail, the couple has already announced the timing of the carriage procession that will follow the ceremony, allowing ordinary members of the public outside the castle walls to see them as well. And it's all going down May 19th. Mark your calendars. Guys, now we switch gears to this. Take a look.
I did Andy Cohen. I was drinking a lot of wine. And then I went to Colbert, tried to sober up, was like drinking coffee, and I was like, uh-oh, I got too drunk with the Housewives, which is something I've always dreamt of saying. So I was like, I got too drunk with Housewives, trying to drink coffee, and then he pulls out shots of rum in the middle of the show. Then I have to go to the premiere, and I am hammered. And so I get on the red carpet, and I'm like, don't look drunk.
Jennifer Lawrence cleared up to Ellen why she was striking those very serious poses at her Red Sparrow New York premiere. Look at her, keeping those eyes wide. You can imagine now that she's really concentrating and thinking about it. Little too much press toward boozing. There you go. Leave it to J-Law, of course, though, to tell it like it is. Another thing the actress got candid about was her Red Sparrow nude scene and how the crew tried to make her feel a little more comfortable on set. Watch.
I mean, most of the guys I've all known, like from Hunger Games, which I think makes it better.
Everyone on the set, the crew.
Yeah, all of the crew.
Yeah.
They were all from Hunger Games. But they were really nice, and they all went in at like 3 in the morning to set up heaters, because it was like a very Hungarian winter. And I was always complaining about being cold. And so I came in and it was like so toasty and warm. And I was like, what are you doing with this heat? My nipples are gonna be huge. And everyone's like, what does she want?
We can't win with her.
Yeah, the crew was like, Jen, you can't diet anymore.
Common problems, I guess. Not only is Jennifer Lawrence hilarious, she also has one pretty funny best friend, Amy Schumer, of course. During Lawrence's Red Sparrow press tour, the star revealed the very funny and slightly harsh way that Amy comforted her after her split from director Darren Aronofsky following a year of dating. Lawrence tells Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live that when she and Darren first broke up, she told Amy that she was really sad. Then the next day, she gets a bouquet of flowers delivered to her house with a note inside that read, "I'm so sorry to hear that you're gonna die alone. Love, Amy." I love it. Just the sheer honesty,
That's
or at least the
amazing.
jab. Leave it to a friend to know exactly how to cheer you up during
If
a
that
tough
cheers
time.
you up, I don't know. The note that you're gonna die alone. I'm not sure if that really cheers you up.
But they have the perfect. It's like the perfect.
I
friendship
do
for
love
that
those
kind
two
of thing.
together. All right, let's check in on our question of the day. The Oscars air this Sunday, so we want to know, who do you think will take home that golden statue?
Twitter user Alexandra says, I still need to see a lot of these movies, but I loved I, Tonya. Allison Janney's got this in the bag. Now,
Okay.
a lot of people feel that way, and what we're seeing more and more year after year, these aren't necessarily the biggest blockbuster movies.
No.
A lot of people haven't seen them, but the award season tends to draw attention to movies that you wouldn't have otherwise even known
Yeah,
about.
still a lot of great movies though, so catch up
Yeah,
before
for
that. Something pretty tasty is trending right now on Twitter. Early morning chicken and waffles, anyone?
The hashtag add chicken to anything. It's getting those creative juices flowing this morning.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
I think I feel good. Let's take a look. I think we have some tweets. Oh, we don't have it. We're going to, but it's trending. But I will say this: chicken and waffles. In LA, there's a really popular chain called Roscoe's that does this, and it is mind-blowing.
I'm not a fan. I don't like adding like meat to sweet things.
Oh, I
Like,
do. The sweet
no.
and the savory.
I don't like it. But let us know if you like it and what you want to add your chicken to.
We'll discuss more in just a bit after your Star Treks.
Yes, Jeremy. So we're back with the one and only Jennifer Lawrence and kicking off Star Treks with one surprise of a lifetime.
Well, J-Law, 3 months ago you were interviewed by Oprah for the cover of The Hollywood Reporter. No biggie. And when Oprah asked you which 3 people, alive or dead, you would like to have at a dinner party, you replied Scott Disick, Luann de Lesseps, and Bethany Frankel. Well, Jennifer, Housewives dinner parties notoriously do not end well, but since I make dreams come true, take a look over there. Here's your Housewives dinner party.
Dreams come true in the Bravo Clubhouse. Jennifer Lawrence stopped by Watch What Happens Live on Thursday night and practically lost her mind at the sight of Real Housewives of New York City stars Luann de Lesseps and Bethany Frankel. The 27-year-old Bravo fanatic didn't waste any time before getting down to business, firing off questions to both housewives while nervously gulping down wine and shamelessly grilling the pair on all the show's drama. As if this wasn't enough proof, J-Law is extremely open about her love of reality TV. And even though Keeping Up with the Kardashians' Scott Disick could only show up in cardboard form, the Red Sparrow actress did spill the tea on her friendship with the Jenner clan, revealing she had some advanced knowledge about Kylie Jenner's pregnancy before the official announcement. She said this: "I did know Kylie was pregnant, but I have not met any of the babies." Well, something tells me that meeting will be happening very soon. While we're talking Kylie and her adorable baby girl, happy 1-month birthday to Stormi. Kylie Jenner celebrated her baby girl's big milestone on Instagram Thursday with a sweet mother-daughter photo, writing, "My angel baby is 1 month old today." Now, we've seen glimpses of Stormi's hand and foot in previous posts, but this is the first time the new mom has posted a full-length photo of her daughter to social media. We are loving seeing Kylie in mama mode, cradling her newborn. Very cute. Travis Scott also celebrated his daughter's big day with a post on Snapchat. He wrote, "My little mama is 1 month today," on top of a photo of Stormi's sweater that reads "Daddy" inside a red heart. Very sweet. Well, Thursday's 1-month milestone also marks the return of Kylie's mirror selfie videos. Oh, we've missed these. This time, Kai Lizzle is showing off her post-baby bod in a black string bikini. And gotta say, she's looking good. Speaking of good looks, Kaya Gerber is creating a name for herself in the fashion industry, and she has the numbers to prove it. The 16-year-old model is making headlines for her impressive follower engagement on Instagram, so we decided to break down her recent model milestones and why she's the runway's next big thing.
I am Selena Gomez. No, I'm Kaya. Kaya.
gotta say, she is very fierce and only 16, which is crazy, but she's beautiful. Those are your Star Treks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. Ed Sheeran is making big plans for his upcoming wedding to his fiancée, and you won't believe what he wants to do next. Plus, Nate Berkus and Jeremiah Brent are revealing all the sweet ways they are prepping for baby number 2. So stick around for that. But first, it is time for...
Snap.
Well, come through Snapback model Behati Prinsloo went to the gram to flaunt her post-baby bod in a black and white one-piece bathing suit on Thursday. Prinsloo gave birth to her second daughter, Gio Grace, only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the hot mama made sure to give us a little side action as well to show off her already supernaturally flat stomach. I mean, did she even give birth? I don't think so.
Hard to believe that a mom of 2 kids under the age of 2 can look that good after only 2 weeks, but when you're a Victoria's Secret angel, I guess good genes are definitely on your side, and a lot of hard work.
It's not even fair. Speaking of angels, former Victoria's Secret angel Miranda Kerr is looking amazing. She's straight up glowing while striking a pose at the DVF Oscar luncheon on Wednesday. The luncheon specifically honored female nominees ahead of the big show on Sunday night. Miranda is not letting her bump make her shy away from the bodycon. She wore a fitted dark floral midi dress with ruched detailing to highlight her growing tummy, strappy stilettos, and topped off the look with a red lip and bun. It's perfect for showing off those signature cheekbones. She looks incredible.
She really does. And look at this little guy. Pink's 1-year-old son, Jameson, was caught trying on Daddy's motocross helmet while wearing an adorable little onesie on Thursday. Looks like he may have had an accomplice in Dad, Carrie Hart, considering there is a suspiciously tattooed arm coming out from the left of the screen there. Hart is retired from motocross, but maybe he's trying to, I don't know, nudge his little man to follow in his footsteps. We don't know. No matter what, though, Pink is all the way here for it. She simply captioned the post, "Safety first." Here to that. But maybe first find a helmet that fits a little guy. Cool kid. TLC's Nate Berkus and Jeremiah Brent are on cloud 9 since announcing they're expecting, and they're not the only ones excited for a new baby.
We're having a baby brother! Oh my god. Are you gonna be a big sister?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are you excited?
We have more.
More what?
More blood.
Yeah, but say we're having a baby brother.
Having a baby brother.
She's going to be an amazing sister. She's an amazing woman already. You know, she's 3 years old and she's a force.
She's defined for us already what she's willing to help out with.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she'll feed,
She's made it very
she'll
clear.
burp, she will not change diapers, she said.
Okay.
But she will cuddle, and he can't touch her Albert doll, but anybody else,
Yeah.
she can,
Wow,
Yeah.
very specific
She's,
guidelines.
she's extremely specific. Yeah.
Parameters are good.
100.
It's
She's got
known.
boundaries.
She's there. She has boundaries.
That's what you
already.
need in this world.
She's adorable. So adorable, I think she can get away with just about anything. Nate and Jeremiah are expecting their second child, a baby boy, any minute now.
Yeah, the interior designers are already proud parents to 3-year-old daughter Poppy and seem pretty prepared for baby number 2. They told me that they have a name picked out, and here's a hint. It'll be just as special as little Poppy's. Take a look.
He has a name,
Okay.
but we haven't announced it yet. Yeah. And it's a name that's meaningful.
Yeah,
are you big like family names guy? Is that kind of a...
Yeah, very much so.
I'm emotionally connected to the names with the kids. Like, I need there to be an emotional connection. Poppy was a dream that I had when we were we had just met, and I had a dream about a little girl on a beach, and her name was, we kept yelling the word name Poppy to her.
Wow.
And so when we found out we were having a daughter, we're like, wow, that's it. So I think that it's important to have an emotional connection to the name, but you know, we'll see when we meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't wait to find out that name. And of course, Nate and Jeremiah are known for renovating homes to the next level. I had to ask, what are some of their go-to tips and tricks when it comes to the baby nursery? And here's what they had to say.
I think people make such a huge mistake when they're expecting and they go out and they buy all of this furniture that's designed exclusively for a nursery. We have, 2 dressers that we bought changing tables online and attached to the top of the dressers. So our fantasy is that someday when our kids have their own apartment, they'll still have that beautiful chest of drawers that we bought years ago. So it's about things that have meaning, things that have a story. In Poppy's nursery, there's a wall of all these different paintings and photographs that were given to her by friends of ours who are artists.
Cool.
Doing the same thing for our son. We live among things that have meaning and tell a story. That's sort of been both of our philosophies for a long time.
All right, guys, Tyler Henry is Hollywood's go-to medium.
Yes, but when he's not communicating with the other side, he's cozying up to boyfriend of over a year, Clint Godwin. Now, the two have grown especially close and keep fans updated on social media. Tyler opened up to me about the first time the pair met and how his ability helped form their connection.
He had contacted me. His grandfather kept coming through in dreams. his grandfather passed away before we had met, very shortly, about 2 weeks before. And his grandfather came through and acknowledged that he was dealing with a medical problem that contributed to his passing, but in a bit of a different way. And it was basically a family validation that they had not talked about publicly, and it helped explain why it went the way it did. And in that sense, I almost felt like his grandfather brought us together, and he kept coming through, like, repeatedly. So I kind of viewed it as a sign to, you know, connect with his grandson more, and it worked out.
He's obviously very supportive of everything
Oh,
you do.
incredibly, yeah. He's really been my number one. And what I love about that is when I go home, he doesn't ask me about readings, you know?
Yeah.
We focus on pretty much everything other than readings.
Can you imagine going home at night having your significant other bug you about their dead relatives?
I don't think I would
to
like
them?
it.
Yeah, slightly different relationship hurdle than most people.
But there are no off days for this medium. Now, Tyler says he still gets messages from beyond, specifically for his boyfriend. So I'd ask, does he tell his boyfriend everything?
That I use discretion. If it's something that I feel is helpful, like I said, the mailman analogy, it even applies, you know, to people in my personal life. It's like, I'm not responsible for what I see, hear, and feel, but I have to deliver it. So yeah, usually if there's something coming in, I'll mention it to him, and he'll either validate it or keep it in mind, and then we'll just move on to our day.
Guys, Ed Sheeran, he wants his very own castle on the hill. Replace the castle with a chapel, though.
The Belfast Telegraph reports that the singer submitted an application to build his very own chapel on his Suffolk, England estate.
Seems like it could be for his upcoming wedding to fiancée Cherry Seaborn. We're thinking, probably.
In the application, Sheeran explains his reason for wanting the chapel, saying, quote, "It is every person's right to be able to have a place to retreat for contemplation and prayer, for religious observance, celebration of key life and family milestones, marriages, christenings, and so forth."
I like that. His plans include making the chapel out of flint in a Saxon style with a round tower.
Yeah, now a decision from the Suffolk Coastal District Council on his application is expected in April.
It's reported the chapel would be able to hold a small congregation, about 24 people or so. And, you know, I kind of love that. I like the idea. Look, if you've got the resources and the ability to do that, what a cool thing to have.
Now the question is, he has Castle on the Hill. Is there going to be a Chapel on the Hill song?
I see.
That's
The
what
song,
I want to
make a song for it. All right, let's move on to this. Disney's new film, A Wrinkle in Time, officially hits theaters on Friday, March 9th. But People is celebrating early with the release of its exclusive new issue, A Complete Guide to A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah, the special edition will feature in-depth conversations and photos with the cast and crew, as well as a roundtable discussion with the stars and interviews with legendary author Madeleine L'Engle's granddaughters.
Yeah, it sounds very cool. And The Complete Guide to A Wrinkle in Time is out now on Amazon and wherever magazines are sold, so make sure to check it out today. Can't wait for that.
I know.
Guys, the Oscars are this Sunday. We can only wait for that as well. There's some exciting first-time nominees like TV veteran Allison Janney and Get Out star Daniel Kaluuya. We're very excited to see them there.
Very excited. We also have to take a trip down memory lane with some of the OG nominees during their earliest Oscar appearances. So here's Meryl Streep, nominated for Best Actress for her work in The Post. Okay, so this is Meryl's 21st Oscar nomination, you
No big
guys.
deal.
She's officially the most nominated actor in history.
Yeah, but in 1979, Meryl Streep was a first-time Oscar nominee for Best Supporting Actress in The Deer Hunter. There she is with husband Don Gummer, who she's still married to, by the way, looking incredible. Meryl actually did not win that night, but who cares? She's Meryl Streep and she's gotten all those other nominations.
Yeah, enough said. All right, Denzel Washington snagged a Best Actor nod for playing the title character in Roman J. Israel Esquire. It's his 9th overall Oscar nomination.
Now, Denzel won big at the 1990 Academy Awards. He was then 26 years old. He won the Oscar for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Glory.
Woo.
Yeah, it was actually Denzel's second nomination. He was first nominated in 1988 for Cry Freedom.
All right, Frances McDormand is nominated for Best Actress for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Now, she's been killing it this award season, winning a Golden Globe and 2 SAG Awards for her performance.
Now, here's Frances 21 years ago as a brunette at the 69th Annual Academy Awards. She just won her first Oscar for Best Actress in a leading role for Fargo. She was first nominated in 1989 for Mississippi Burning.
Yeah, I'm loving the throwbacks. Well, this is perhaps the cutest before and after. Saoirse Ronan is the youngest female Best Actress nominee this year for Lady Bird. And at only 23, this is already her 3rd Oscar nomination.
It's so incredible. Back in 2008, Saoirse was bright-eyed, 13-year-old, freshly nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Atonement. She was adorable then. Look at that. She's so happy to be there, even though this was 10 years ago. You know what? Not much has changed.
I know. Well, on the flip side, Christopher Plummer is the only
oldest actor ever to be nominated for an Academy Award. Though he got a Best Supporting Actor nod for his performance in All the Money in the World, he famously replaced Kevin Spacey in the role for J. Paul Getty.
Now, believe it or not, 2010 was the first year the veteran actor received an Oscar nomination for The Last Station. He was 80 years old, and I know what you're thinking. He was totally snubbed on Sound of Music. Totally snubbed. He became the oldest actor to receive an Oscar when he won in 2012 for Beginners.
Now, Octavia Spencer is also on her third nomination for Best Supporting Actress, this time for The Shape of Water. This makes Octavia the first African-American actress to follow up an Oscar win with multiple nominations. You go, girl.
Yeah, Octavia attended the 2012 Oscars, nominated for Supporting Actress for her role as the spunky nurse Minnie in The Help. Octavia was a first-hit wonder and won an Oscar the very first time she was nominated.
Now, if anyone knows how to go out with a bang, it's Daniel Day-Lewis. He is nominated for Best Actor in Phantom Thread, which he says will be his last film.
Yep, and he came in just as hot as he is leaving. Look at the hair. Look at
look at
the
that.
locks. Daniel Day-Lewis won his first Oscar in 1990 for Best Actor in a Leading Role for the film My Left Foot, the story of Christy Brown.
Olympic gold medalist Jessie Diggins had her breakthrough moment at the team cross-country skiing event where she came from behind to narrowly beat out Sweden to capture gold. Now, Diggins and her team made history by being the first to win America a gold medal in cross-country skiing, which is amazing. Jessie opened up to us and told us what the last stretch to the finish line was like.
And I was just so in the zone. I was focused on every single push of my ski and getting every ounce of energy out of my body. And just, you know, when your teammate's waiting for you at the line, you know you can't give up. You have to give it everything that you have. And I think for me, the coolest part was that our entire team came out there and they were right, like, at the finish line, just pounding on the boards, ready to jump over the fence and tear the place apart to get to us. And yeah, getting to share that with them was the most amazing moment.
Now, Diggins and her teammates brought a certain flair to the games. They not only painted their faces, but they painted them with glitter. So I had to find out how this tradition began.
So I started putting glitter on my cheeks a long time ago, like back in high school, and it was this little promise to myself, like, okay, I'm really nervous, I want to perform well, but I do this because it's fun, and I do it because I love it. And so I'd put the glitter on, and I'd put it on my teammates as well, and it was like, all right, we're gonna go out there, and we're gonna do the absolute best we can. So the glitter is that little, like, all right, gonna go out there and do it. And so it really, I kept doing that on the World Cup and it caught on. And so now I'm like the team glitter fairy and I go around and I glitter up all my teammates for every race.
I really like that. It's very important to have that positive reminder to enjoy the sport that you're playing. Have fun with it, so I'm loving the glitter. Not only did she win a gold medal at the Winter Games, she was also chosen as the flag bearer for the closing ceremonies.
It was such an honor to have, you know, every single athlete got a vote and to have so many people that passionate about cross-country skiing and that supportive. It was very humbling and really inspiring. And it was such an honor to get to wave that flag and, you know, lead our team out of the games.
How heavy was the flag?
It was very heavy.
It was really heavy?
Yeah. At one point, I kind of had it propped on my hip. I was like, all right, gotta keep this thing up there. But it was very, very fun. It was such a cool experience.
Tween series Andy Mack has been making waves for its honest portrayal of teenage sexuality, self-discovery, friendships, and much more. Better yet, it was just renewed for season 3 on the Disney Channel, and we wanted to learn more about this all-star cast in a Disney-themed Confess Sesh. Safe to say, we now understand why they are such a tight-knit group.
Hi, we're the cast of Andy Mack, and this is our People Now Confess Sesh.
My favorite Disney villain. Ooh, I would say Ursula because I absolutely love My Little Mermaid. Wait.
The Little Mermaid.
Not you, Mermaid. My Little Pony and
The Little Mermaid.
Pathetic.
I would say Scar from The Lion King. Yes, yes. Because he's basically like Jafar in lion form. And he's just like, he's dry and chill, you know?
I am the king. I can do whatever I want.
The Disney song I'm most likely to be heard singing in the shower. This one's actually, okay, I got it. It's The Circle of Life.
mine would probably be from The Little Mermaid.
My Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid.
part of your world.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's the best.
The Disney prince or princess I am most like is and because.
Oh.
I would say Aurora from Sleeping Beauty because I sleep a lot.
And
I sleep in movies and I can sleep.
Sophia fell asleep during Black Panther. How do you even do that? It's the most hyped
It's the
movie.
best movie, but they have pillows and blankets and you recline and they turn down the lights.
And they tell you a story.
Yeah,
Fine. Yeah.
Come on, how can you not fall asleep?
Most of the time, I do know what I'm talking about.
My best Disney character impression is.
Oh no. I think I can do an Ursula. Here we go. Flotsam jetsam, now I got a voice for bosses on a roll. Talk unfortunate.
My favorite thing.
That makes me want to go back and watch The Little Mermaid.
Oh, I have 2 kids. I see it all the time. It's great the first like 50 times.
All right, let's check in on the question of the day one last time. We want to know who you think is going to win big at the Oscars Sunday night.
One Twitter user saying, I'm not sure if it'll happen, but how great would it be if the only female director nominee won? Go Greta Gerwig.
I would love that.
That would be amazing.
It would be incredible.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier in the show as well, the hashtag add chicken to anything is trending on Twitter. Take a look here at some of the things that we're finding on this hashtag, which is amazing.
If you like it, then you should have put a wing on it.
Okay.
I get it. Oh, no.
Stranger Wings. Wait,
People,
I don't get it.
You gotta get points
I didn't
for
get that one.
creativity. Like Stranger Things.
Oh,
Stranger
but did it
Wings?
look like the Stranger Things logo?
I don't know.
Sorry, Pirates of the Caribbean, dead hen tells no tales. Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Chicken dance.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, Charlie Brown, in case you didn't know.
These are great.
Can you do the chicken dance? All right.
No.
You know where they used to do it? You know where I learned the chicken dance? I used to roller skate all the time at the skating rink back in the day. I have some moves.
I was
on
more
wheels.
a fan of the Macarena.
Okay, they did that
chicken
too
dance.
at the skating rink. This was my junior high.
Good times.
Is it sad or fun?
No, it's fun. It's fun.
Okay, good.
Like a little sad.
Okay. We'll be asking you a new question of the day Monday on People Now. Come back at 8:30 a.m. Eastern for that. And coming up Monday, we're recapping all the standout moments from Sunday night's Oscars. Very excited. Who will take home that golden statue? We can't wait to find out. Plus, executive producer of The Bachelor and social media mogul Elon Gale is here. He's given us some tough love in his new book, You're Not That Great.
Thanks for watching. I love that. You're not that great. For now, we leave you with one last thing from the cast of Disney Channel's Andy Mack. Enjoy.
Have a good weekend.
Hi, we're the cast of Andy Mack, and this is One Last Thing.
The last time I laughed so hard I cried. Oh, we were roller skating.
Yes!
And we went around this, like, the corner, right? Because it's in a circle, and we just went flying.
Oh.
And I was laughing so hard because we just were in the air for what seemed like forever.
Last song that was stuck in my head was Barbie Girl. I will do you the favor of not singing it simply because it'll get in your head.
And now it's in my head.
The last TV show I binge watched was probably Vampire Diaries. I've been obsessed with that. Damon and Stefan on my bay.
You're my brother, and I love you. And there's nothing you could do to ever change that.